as I was saying, adding too many splits, something you see in the novice levels as a judge, or splits where they don't belong, or splits in the wrong direction. So what I do, let's say the breast feathers and neck feathers here, is I'll go through and I'll wood burn them as I would normally do on my second pass. And then on the third pass I can come in and with a little twist here and there as needed, I can add any splits that I might feel need to be added. But you don't want too many splits because that would mean that the duck isn't taking care of itself. And maybe it's even dead. Kind of like study bills. You need to be able to look past that which is dead on a study bill. Study casting off of a duck that was freshly deceased. Bob Miller was the best at that. He would cast the bills right out in the boat because they shrink so quickly. You know, the bill on a duck in birds, mostly more in ducks, is more of a fleshy membrane. And it's the first thing, being fleshy, to start dehydrating after the body is dead. So Bob Miller would cast his castings right out in the boat, and that's why he has superior castings, or did. It's too bad that the carving world doesn't have his castings anymore, because they really were the best of all the castings I'd ever seen, and they retain the most detail. But the ones that are available now, I think Tony Franzia or something is his name. And then there's like Stefan Savitas with reference mannequin. He's a taxidermist, an excellent world-class taxidermist who researched mannequin, not reference mannequin. Anyway, you can get castings that are used in taxidermy to mount the heads on, but many of the details have been ground off, and it's not, they aren't suitable for anything really but measurement. And then what you need to do is really take a close look at some of the high resolution photos on Google so you can see what that study bill should look like. But it is important to have the study bill in any case, because it is give you the basic measurements of the length of the bill and the width of the bill and where the nostrils are located on the bill. So I'm not saying don't buy them, I'm just saying you really need to pay attention, even on the Bob Miller study bills. Not only are there anomalies in birds that wouldn't occur but rarely, but there's also death indicators and the shrinkage. Compression is another thing. So when I'm looking at study bills, I'm like looking at them and I'm adding the dehydrated moisture back into them in my mind and in my depictions, because I know they're dead when they were cast. And a lot of the detail gets ground off in the taxidermy versions. Video references, also very important, to see the bird interacting and doing what it would do in a natural situation is the best way to depict it. So watching videos on YouTube can be very helpful. There's even ways to download the videos from YouTube so you can watch them over and over again. Just like the videos I'm making here, you can also watch those on a smart TV, right in your carving workshop or studio or living room, if that's where you have your TV. Then there's always going out and seeing them in real life. You can do that by going to a zoo. You can do that as a hunter or a naturalist who just wants to go out to nature and watch. It's all of those things that add up to your knowledge of the species you're depicting. The more knowledge you can have, the better edge you're going to have in the competition. If you're a competitor, the better edge you're going to have as an artist in creating an accurate depiction. To kind of wrap my pinky around the bill to get in and underneath. Moving along. I should have taken bets into how many hours it would take for me to get this burned. Maybe next time I'll do it and whoever can guess will win something. These little areas where I haven't pulled the wood burning tip all the way to the end of the feather would also be shiny without texture. So it's another important reason why it's important to get in and take care of that, so you don't have to deal with the shine that it tends to add. Kind of going sideways just to get in, using that heel. I keep pulling it out of the camera because it's kind of a difficult area for me to see, much less keep in view for you to see. Okay, so you can see from one side to the next, one side is gone over twice, once. Turn this side up just a little bit. It's the hard side. Thinking I probably started on this side. I'd have to review video to know.